So if you find yourself creating music ideas and then trashing them right at the end of the session, reconsider what you're doing. You might be throwing away really good ideas that just weren't ready to be baked yet. So my name is Melvin Darrell and I'm a music producer. I work in the R&B and pop space. And I want to share a quick story about how I learned to value my music ideas because you never know what will happen with them. So a few years ago, I was listening to an interview by a producer. I can't remember his name, but he was talking about how he would produce 100 songs in a month or 100 beats in 1 month. So I thought that was pretty interesting. He explained his process and I decided to give it a shot just because I wanted to build the habit of just making a lot of ideas. So I set out to do it. I created 100 ideas within 30 days. And then I went back through the list of stuff that I made and I found a few good things in there. It was pretty cool. So I tried it again because I really wanted to strengthen that habit of just making stuff. So another 30 days go by, I made 100 more ideas, and then I went through those and I had a few more good things in there. What I started to notice was I was creating at a higher volume, obviously, but I wasn't judging myself. And that's the only real way that you can kind of like plow through and make that many ideas. You just can't really judge yourself. You just gotta create them and then, just save them in a folder. But the real cool thing came after that second round of music that I did. I started to notice that when I would go through this playlist again, there were a few ideas in there that sounded really fresh. I actually forgot that I even made it. It sounded new to me and I immediately had more ideas on how I can expand on them. So long story short, there was an idea in that second batch that was just like a little disco idea. It was like a funk guitar and a simple like drum groove and a bass line. And that particular loop, which was probably like a minute and a half, ended up turning into a full-blown disco record that I created with an artist when we received a grant to make music in honor of Gamble and Huff. And I actually got to meet the drummer from that time period, Earl Young, who worked with Gamble and Huff on a lot of hit records. I also met Kenny Gamble, and I got to tell Earl Young that the disco record that we created and that we ended up performing at the ceremony was inspired by him and his style of drumming and his philosophy on making a disco record. But the idea that I used for it came from the batch of loops. I'm gonna play the original loop so you can hear it. And then after that, I'm gonna play the finished product. So there's a lot of value that can come from all these small little ideas. And I think that it's important to build a habit of just creating stuff, knowing that, like in the words of Pharrell, when you show up every single day, you're basically taking your library card and checking out ideas from the universe. You got to show up to be able to get the ideas of the day. You don't know where those ideas are really going to go. So I think it's a good idea to make what you're making, put it away, and then revisit it. I hope this was helpful for you. Until next time, peace.